Hola! Welcome to Cultura Local ABI. My name is Joyce Martinez Sledge. I am the Executive Director of Cultura Local ABI, and I'm introducing you to Heather. Heather, tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
I've been in Abilene. I came for college. I went to Hardin Simmons and met my husband and stayed. So that happens a lot, it seems like. But we love Abilene, and this is my 9th year to teach, and I'm just really excited to be able to do this with Joyce. So.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us here at Cultura Local ABI. And we are so excited. Like I said, we are going to be doing our cultural workshops. We do have our Dia De Los Muertos series going on right now. And we wanted to add something very special also that gets added to the altars at the altars on our tables of our loved ones. And so tell us a little bit about what we're going to be making today.
Yeah, so we're making a little Nicho Box, little altar. And this is one I had made a couple of years ago to Frida, and so it's just a little cigar box. And so when I started teaching at Martinez Elementary, I wanted to connect with my kids, and we have a large portion of Hispanic kiddos and families, and so I just always really appreciated the culture, and they're just so sweet and so kind to the kids and their families, and so and I love making things. Obviously, I'm an art teacher, and so I wanted to make. I saw these somewhere, and I love everything little and dollhouse miniatures and stuff, and so I wanted to make one. And so then one of my friends bought it from me, even though I didn't really want to sell it. But we give each other a hard time.
It's very beautiful. And this one, of course, we all know Nicho boxes. It's almost like a shadow box, a 3D shadow box, and it is used to honor and remember a loved one that's passed on or a patron saint. We do see some with, like Virgen Guadalupe on there. But this one it has, who is on there? Frida. Yeah. So yes, we have Frida on this one. And so we're going to have Heather show us a step-by-step on how we can make our own Nicho boxes to remember our loved ones, whether that's a family, a friend, a relative, or even a pet. Okay, so now after we've painted the sides, mine looks like this. How did yours turn out? Oh, beautiful. Purple, awesome. And then okay, great.
Yeah.
And so what's our next step?
So we cut the piece for the wallpaper for the background right here. So now we're going to hot glue that in.
All right.
And the paint's a little wet, so we're just going to be careful, and it'll be fine.
So was there something when you were researching Nicho boxes, was there something that really stood out that kind of, wow, something you didn't know about it, either with its culture?
Yeah, I think that was when I really researched what Dia De Los Muertos was more specifically, and that for me, that was when it clicked that it wasn't like sad and doom and gloom, that it was really a celebration. And so, and then also plus like the miniature aspect of it, it was something that I could make that I could have in my classroom and that my kids could see and hold, you know?
Yes.
And it wasn't expensive, and it wasn't giant, and it wasn't, something elaborate that wasn't accessible.
Right.
So I think that was really what drew me to that. Okay, so now we're gonna cover this side.
Okay, so our next step after we've done this, okay, that's how it turned out. We do the sides and the insert. Now you said the next step is?
We'll do this side. Okay, so let's do the altar now. Okay. So we're gonna lay this to the side.
All right, let it dry.
Yeah. Don't lay it too far, because we'll need to measure it.
Okay.
Like we'll need to use it to measure our altar. So how did I do that one? Oh yeah. Okay, so I just basically made a little box out of, so we're gonna use these. I got these at Joann's, and they were already flat on the ends. But if your popsicle sticks are not flat on the ends like this, then just take some scissors and you just cut the ends off. It actually cuts pretty well. So,
easy enough.
Yeah, and so you will decide how tall you want your altar. Okay. Probably not this tall. So I'm probably just gonna cut it in half.
Okay.
And it just depends on your space. Like yours is shorter than mine, so you might want to cut yours to like smaller. Yeah.
Okay.
It's up to you.
And so we're doing. Let me see, what part is that? It's this one, the little altar.
Yep.
Okay. That's
So,
cute.
yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
So, and about, I guess, approximately, let me see.
And we eyeball.
Okay.
It.
About how many do you think we should do?
Probably 3 across.
3 across?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. 3 across. So we're just gonna hot glue those together. So we've got our 3 pieces cut. And so now I'm just gonna run a thin line of hot glue and stick it together real quick I'm gonna do 2 first, and then I'll do the 3rd one.
Okay. So
and
just
then,
side by side.
Yep.
Glue them side by side.
Yep.
Okay.
And once that hot glue dries, then we'll take the sandpaper and kind of sand off the bubbles that are sticking out or whatever. Also, like while it's almost dry, or when it's like tacky, you can also like take your finger and kind of wipe it a little bit.
Okay.
It's going to be a little flimsy until we get the sides and top on it. You'll need 2 more the same height, but for the side. So that, like, however far you want it to stick out.
Okay. Okay.
I think so.
So glue the sides of the table.
Yep. And I'm sure you could probably I know there's like mini tables and stuff you can get like at Hobby Lobby and stuff, but I don't know. I think it's fun to make it with stuff that you already have at home if you can.
Okay.
And a piece for the top. Okay, so we just attached the sides and the top, and I'm gonna go back on the inside. You won't see the inside part. And I'm gonna add some more glue, some more hot glue on the inside.
Okay.
Just to reinforce it.
All right.
Because you won't see that. And I'm also gonna do that on the sides right there, on both sides.
That looks good. That's a good little, and this is going to be the little ofrenda, the little altar inside of our Nicho boxes.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it coming together now. Okay, and then you just use the sandpaper to sand down the extra glue coming off of it?
And then any the like edges that you kind of cut, if you want to soften that up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. And like, so this part right here, it looks a little bad right now because I didn't quite line it up all the way with like the edge of the top of the table. But I'm not going to worry about that because I want to paint mine this time. I'm going to paint it a fun color.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use a trim of some sort to hot glue a trim to the front edge right there that hangs down a little bit, and it'll cover that.
Okay, so no worries if it's not lined up correctly or
evenly or straight all the way or whatever.
Okay. I hope you guys are having fun at home if you are following us here and making your own Nicho boxes, and be as creative as you want. Make it your own. Any tips you would give them?
Just look at what you have around your house, and you don't have to do it all in one sitting. You know, that first one I made, I did it over the course of probably like 2 weeks. And just, you know, when I had time, because I also had a baby at that, you know, like Holden was only like 1 or 2 at that point, I think. And so, you know, I'm retired, and that was like my first or second year of teaching. And so just be graceful with yourself, you know, and don't feel like you have to finish it all at once. Or, I mean, some people, I guess, may not like to have projects strewn about, but I don't know, that might be good for you if you're not, you know, used to doing that. Having a project that takes more than one sitting to really complete.
Okay, so now that our little ofrendas, our altars are painted, fully painted.
You can just set those to the side.
Okay, let it dry.
Yep. And
Cute.
let's pick some of the flowers we might want to use.
Okay.
And start getting some of the like smaller things.
All right.
So, in the frame that you might want to use,
There's a whole bunch of little Yes, you can pick from. This is the fun part.
Yep.
So we'll start with the embellishments, the flowers,
I
and
want to use a
frames.
butterfly if that's okay.
Ooh, yes. It's gorgeous. And it is just the width of the altar, am I correct?
And I went from the side
to
the front to the other side.
Okay.
So then just start with on one side,
Okay.
put glue on right there,
Okay.
and then get it to where it's like hanging like that.
All right.
And then we'll start pulling and gluing.
And so you're adding trim. Just adding trim to the little altar. That turned out beautiful.
So now we just get to have to decide what you want to put in there.
Okay.
Did I add a chair on this one? I can't remember. No, so I remember thinking about, I had a little dollhouse chair.
Yes.
That I got at Hobby Lobby probably, and I was thinking about putting a chair in there, but I didn't. Really.
Okay.
So
now are we doing the top of the table, or are we doing the inside of the box? What is
so we're not going to glue anything else yet until you decide what all you want to put in there. So just whatever we want to put, we can kind of grab and look at the spacing and the layout to see what will fit and what we want to put where.
Okay.
So
the planning part now.
Yes.
Okay.
Now I'm just going to hot glue her bouquet into her hands.
It's cute. That is turning out so adorable.
There you go.
Okay, so now we're just doing all the accessories, and this can take as long as they want, however.
This is the part that's fun, that like once you get the basic altar, you know, the background and the altar belt, then adding the accessories and designing it, you know, specifically what you want in it, that's the super fun part, I think.
And the part that can take the longest, depending on how much time they have. And like your bride already came done, but this one, you can create it as well, personalize. Oh, that looks so good.
I like that one's glittery. That's cute. So to hot glue the altar in, you need to decide if you want to put it in the middle or if you want to put it on one side or the other. There's no right or wrong here. It's just whatever. Like you could put a chair right there with, you know, some more flowers or whatever. There's so many different things you could do. So I'm going to hot glue mine in almost all the way flush to the side, but I'm going to leave just a little space because I've got a pom-pom right there. And, you know, I don't want to squish the pom-pom. So
okay.
I'll hot glue that in.
And so when you hot glue it in, do you just glue the bottom of it?
So when I hot glue this in, I'm going to go ahead and, since this is going to be flush against the back of the box, I'm going to put hot glue here, here, and here.
Okay.
So there's the altar glued in. Cute.
Oh, yes. That's so
Oh, and I need to go back and add the trim on this side.
okay.
So I forgot that I wanted to add trim right here. So I'm going to go back and do that now. Since I divided the space, I want to really accentuate that. Yeah, I like that.
It looks like a living room.
Yeah, so you can add stuff to the sides also. And probably not today, but later today, I'm going to cover the front of this with fabric. I'm going to Mod Podge fabric on.
Oh, nice.
So that it goes with the colors and the theme better.
Uh-huh.
So, because Love at First Bite, again, doesn't really
beautiful.
go.
So would this be a good stopping point if people had to take a break? And
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I think so.
beautiful.
Thanks for having me, Joyce.
Yeah, thank you for coming, Heather.
fun.
Thank you for getting us
Yeah.
started on these Nicho boxes and
Yeah.
celebrating with us the Dia De Los Muertos in this special season. And thank you so much for sharing your talent
Yes, yes.
and this beautiful, beautiful Nicho box that we've come up
Show
with.
yours.
Okay, here's what I have right here.
cute.
So you can see that. It's kind of a work in progress, but I'm so excited to get done and go home and wrap this up. I'm having so much fun. We hope you guys have had so much fun joining us here to our cultural workshop here for Cultura Local ABI. Thank you again for joining us, and we hope you join us in our future workshops, different cultural workshops. Again, muchas gracias, Heather.
Thank you.
And we will have you all again soon. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Y'all have a great day.